Yes, we on deck, time to fall in. The money's coming all in. With teams we ballin'. Like time for us to hit a little grinding spree. But no peace till we hear that Britney Griner's free.
What up, y'all? Excuse me. I am I'm just happy that this is working. So we'll see what's up. I think it's working anyway. But anyway, excuse me. I had to run that intro because JPZ just hooked that shit up. It's so fucking dope, man. But let's get right down to business, and we'll get everything done quick, fast, in a hurry. I just want to say thank you for bearing with me and coming in. To the two people that are here, we're gonna make some fucking money. In fact, I'm just gonna go over my best bets, man. I set out a lot of my whole card to a lot of people. I'm not gonna go over everything, but I'm gonna let you know that I doubled down on the Butler Penn State. That line moved against me, and I got it again at 145. So I jumped on that, man. I jumped on it for another 2 units. So I'm in 440 on the Butler Penn State under 141. I think I 141 and a half. I think I got it at last night. And again today at 145. So I really like that. Really like that. And man, Stoney, if you're here, bro, I see you, man. Press the live button. Hey, man, you know me all too well. What's good, DJ Big Boss, my guy? What's happening? Good. What's happening, bro? Good to see you in here, man. And let's get started. So, I don't know if you didn't get my whole card, just let me know. I'll DM it to you. So, just DM me. And I'll DM my whole card because we're starting off late, and I just want to go over. I'm just going to go over the my my I guess my 2 unit plays, so to speak. So we'll go from there. So first game we're going to go to is Coppin State, and they are Coppin State. Let me pull that game up real quick. Coppin State. Where you at, man? I'm all kinds of messed up today, man. This has got my head spinning. So anyway, Coppin State's playing Navy. Navy's coming into Coppin State 2-0. So this line with Navy being 2.5, I like Coppin State on the money line, y'all. I did put a unit on that, and I put a unit on the 2.5, and I'm thinking that line's at 3.5 now. I don't know because I didn't go through, type the banners and stuff. My laptop suddenly accepted my password and recognized me as the user, so I just kind of hurried up and did this. So you may get a better number now, but I got it at 2.5 last night, and I really like Coppin State here, man. They're Sam Sessoms is the guy for Coppin State. That I don't think that Navy has anybody to match up with him. And he scored. Sessoms scored 28 points the other day against Mount St. Mary's, and I expect him to equal that, if not better, for Coppin State today. Coppin State, they last season, and I hate to bring up last season's stats, they averaged 8.1 steals, 3 blocks, and 14 turnovers per game. So they have a good defense, and Navy's offense isn't the best in the world. They're coming off of a 21-11 season last year overall, and the midshipmen aren't really known for their basketball. They average 65 points a game. I don't think they get that tonight. I don't think they get to 65. They're another team that's got a good defense. The under could be a good look at this. I didn't touch the total in it, but the total is at 138.5. This could be a game that I think, could be 68-70 to 63, something like that. So it could be a look It's not one that I'm going to go on just because I have a lot of plays on my card tonight. And I went 1, 2 in the morning, 2 in the morning last night. I went to FanDuel, and as soon as those lines posted for the first half, I went in and jumped in all over it. But I like this game, full game for Coppin State. I didn't play it the first half, so that's where I'm at on this one. I can talk a little bit about Navy if you want. They're out of the Patriot League. They, I guess their best player is give me a second. I gotta pull up my Navy notes here. Their best player, and they're coming off a win against Princeton, but Princeton's nothing. They're kind of irrelevant. I mean, they'll get their wins in the Ivy League, but they're not what they used to be. So in this game, really the player that Coppin State needs to shut down is Keyshawn Kelman. He's coming off a 20-point game against Princeton. He had 5 rebounds. He's a forward, and that's basically where all the production is going to come from. They do have a good guard in forgive me if I get this name wrong because I'm not really good at names. Matt Alico. He's a guard. He's 6'4" guard, and he can score and he can rebound. So he's one of those guys that could get a double in this game. But in all honesty, I'm looking at the Coppin State to win this game outright. I just think that I don't think Navy can beat them. And that's just where I stand on that. So we'll move on to the next game that I have a couple units on. It's Hofstra. This is the first game that Hofstra is laying points. And I've been on Hofstra money line for so far this season, 2 games. And they're playing a George Washington squad that I just cashed on. This weekend? I cashed on George Washington first half. So I like playing both these teams. Both these teams are 2-0. Hofstra's out of the Colonial, and I just really think the Colonial is a good. The top tier teams in the Colonial are good teams. It's a good conference, a competitive conference, and teams don't get the credit that they deserve that are in this conference. There's quite a few of them that don't get the credit they deserve. UNC Wilmington, Hofstra, Delaware, Charleston. These are teams. Drexel. These are teams that are good teams that could come in and fight with the best of them. And we saw Charleston cover the spread against UNC the other day. First half and full game. We saw UNC Wilmington give the Tar Heels a struggle for the whole game, and they covered the spread. Covered it by a lot. So, these you see these Colonial teams are really they're better than people think. So I took the Hofstra. I took Hofstra -4 in the first half. I played them for 2 units. I love this play. It's another play I love. And being that it's Hofstra's, I believe it's their first home game. So I expect them to be – or no, I'm sorry. They played Iona the other night at home. And Rick Pitino's team. And that was another game. They were catching points in that, man. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, give me a Hofstra money line. And the time before that, they were playing Princeton, who, we just talked about. And they beat up Princeton pretty good, So I cast money line on both these games, and I was kind of hoping to get a money line play today against George Washington, but the line came out at 8, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I guess the books have caught up to my thinking. So I agree with the books on this one, and I think that first half number is a little low. George Washington could cover that 8, so that's why I don't want to play the full game. I think it could get a backdoor cover at the end of the game. So I like Hofstra to come out, being at home, come out quick, come out strong against George Washington, and make George Washington adjust to, come out in the second half. Gilberto, what's good, bro? You need a first half total? All right, I'll get you one, bro. Just hold on. Give me a second. Let me talk about these games real quick. All right, the next game I like is the Drake and Wofford under. Wofford under 144.5 is what I got it at last night. Give me a second. Let me pull my notes up for this one. Drake and Wofford. I should be doing this while I'm talking, man, but I'm not very good at multitasking, especially today. I don't know what the deal is with me today, man. I'm kind of slow. I said that the other day. I'm slow every day. Who am I kidding, man? Wofford. There it is. Drake and Wofford. All right. So both these teams right here, if you on the surface, you look at these teams and you're thinking over. 70, you got Wofford with 72.3 in pace. It's 128th in the nation, and they're tied with Drake. They're both 72.3 in pace in the nation. That's pretty fast pace. So the offensive rating for, and this is really eye-opening here. For Wofford, it's 138.3 offensive rating, which is tied for 6th in the nation. That's pretty amazing for a team like that. And for Drake, we're looking at 110.70. It's 147th in the nation. But this is where you're going to see why I'm on the under. Drake, defensive rating, 66.4. It's fucking amazing. And that's ranked 8th in the nation. And on the other side, Wofford's 96.1, 183 in the nation. These are good numbers, good defensive rating numbers for these teams. And the books are going off of these last scores where both these teams are putting up big numbers and getting over their team total to push the game over or close to the total. Like Drake beat up an PUI team the last game, 80-48. They scored, and I think that, let me see what that total was in that game. I don't have a total for that game, sorry. And the first game of the season, that was our first game of the season, my bad. And then, okay, so on the other side, Wofford, they played Wofford. I can't, man. Somebody needs to tell me what that name is, how I'm supposed to pronounce it. They beat High Point 91-80. High Point's a high-scoring team, so I give them a little pass on this 80. Giving up 80 points on that. And that total was 137. So that one went over. So this is basically what the books are looking at. They're looking at what oh shit. My bad. High Point beat Wofford 91-80. But that's a good High Point team, so I don't, and it's really the first test that Wofford had with a high scoring team. So I expect them to make the defensive adjustments tonight. I'm all over the under at 144.5. And like I said, I'm in on it on 2 units. So, all right, to Gilberto, give you a first half total right here. This isn't a first half total that I put two units on, but I do like it. And that's the Houston game. Let me pull that up for you real quick. Houston and Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts is a 3-point shooting team. Houston hasn't been that good at 3-point shooting. So, but Houston's going to bully them on the inside. And with my guy that I talked about the other day, excuse me, Marcus Sasser, who I think is going to be player of the year, controlling things on the front court. I really think that I think we see a lot of points here. The total for the full game's 142.5. I just like the first half. I think they go over that first half total. And usually when I'm doing overs, I like to do I know that's under. So never mind. Yeah, so I like the first half total because the second half totals they're usually giving you a better value. If you like playing the over, it's better to play the first half over because you get more value because they think there's going to be more scoring in the second half. And I understand their philosophy where there could be free throws at the end of the game, but I don't see free throws being brought into play here. Even though Oral Roberts, I think, can make this a ball game. And I mean, I took Houston first half, and the reason I took it, I'm not even gonna bullshit. The only reason I took it was because Houston needs to lose the first half before I stop betting them first half. And I got it 11.5. Now this could be the night where I think Houston could lose this first half and not cover the 11.5. In all honesty, just because of Oral Roberts, ability to score the basket. So I really like that. I really like that over. I'm sorry. Did I say 70.5? I meant 67.5. My apologies. If I gave a number out and I said 70.5, it's 60.5. So let's check out what you guys have to say here. I had to run and come back. What's up, yo? Jared Wolf. Wolf. You cracked me up, bro. All right, so let's go to my next 2-unit play. And this one right here, I threw down. I doubled up on it, man. And I took it last night at. I think I might have just talked about this. Did I? If I just talked about this, tell me, man, because I'm losing my mind. Penn State and Butler. Butler and Penn State game. I took the under 141.5 last night for 2 units, and tonight I saw it go up to 145, so I hit it again for another 2. I like the under in this. I really expect these two teams to battle. I think you're going to see some defense in this game, and I'm trying to find my notes on this. I need a button just to push it and notes come up, man. I got to figure that one out. But I was spending all my time trying to figure out what the hell was going on with my laptop, so that's my next mission tomorrow, I guess. All right, so you have Penn State. They're 2-0, coming off of a 25-point win against Loyola, Maryland, and they whooped up on Winthrop by 25 points. So that's pretty amazing, really. 25-point winners in both games. Wow. And this Butler team 1-0, and Butler struggled last year. They weren't the Butler that we're used to seeing in the Big East, but they just took on New Orleans last week. They're coming off of 7 days rest, so I expect their scoring to be a little on the cold side. They won 89-53 in that game. And Penn State, on the other hand, just playing last Thursday, so they're on a little rest too. So I expect scoring, maybe come off a little bit. And Penn State's been hot from 3. So I think that's why we're getting this number. The book's giving this, setting this high to begin with, and the public betting it up. But I really expect to see some defense in this game. Butler can D up, and their defensive rating 67.9. That's 11th in the country. So they're going to be there with the D. Penn State maybe not so much. Their rating's 100.5, 230th in the country. Not very good, but that kind of plays into the three-point shooting for Butler. Butler does not shoot the three that much, man. They're averaging this season 4 points per 4 threes a game. So that's damn near last in the country, man. They're 334th. So where Penn State's 17th. So Butler's going to D them up behind the arc. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I don't expect Penn State to be getting more than 10 threes in this game. And I think that's what they're going to need to get over that number. And that's why I really love this under. I love it. basically all in on it, man. In all honesty, like if I really, 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 really love a game, I'll put 1,100 on it to win 1,000. You know, but more times than not, I'll put 500 on it. This is one of those games where I'm close to that number, but being the beginning of the season, I don't want to go above that, so I just kept it at 4 units. And the only reason I put 2 more units on it was because the line moved against me, and I should have saw that coming. I should have waited on this bet, but I jumped the gun. And when I did, I thought I did good because the line went from 141 and a half to 140 30 minutes after I bet it. I was like, yes. So that right there tells me that, you had some sharp money come in real quick on it and bring it down. And then the public came in today and bet it up. So I'm good with that, and that gives me a little more confidence in this play. So that's where I stand there. Next game that we are talking about is Holy Cross Creighton. Another game. I love the under in this game. Let me pull that one up. This is one that I just added. I added today because somebody had brought Creighton to my attention about taking them first half, and I didn't really like the first half. So this is another one where I'm taking the first half over. I'm sorry, the full game under. Sorry, the full game under on it. Creighton's a good defensive team. All these teams that come in from the uh, from the Big East have good defense, and their defensive rating is 91.1, and Holy Cross is 96.3. 127th in the country for Creighton, and 185th in the country for Holy Cross. So both these teams can play defense. I do think that Creighton runs away with this. I just don't. I just don't want to bet the side in this. I don't know why. Um, you know, but Creighton is 60. Pace is 66.4, which is 288th in the country. So they're not a fast playing team, which is another reason why I like the under. I expect them to kind of just move the ball around a lot and keep the ball away from Holy Cross, but score when they have the ball. And they're not going to score every time, but that's what Holy Cross is going to need to do to keep up with Creighton. They're going to need to score every time. And that, with that being said, I'm thinking that Holy Cross is going to need to be more selective with their shots. So they're going to make that extra pass where they normally probably wouldn't against a weaker school. And that's why I like the under in this game. And again, I got that at 145. That's all my 2 unit plays. If you guys want me to talk about anything else, feel free, let me know. Most of you guys got my DM. If you DM me, if you didn't DM me and you want me to talk about other games that are on my card, I will. I don't have a problem doing that. I have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 games on my card today. And actually, yeah, 16 games on my card today. But I just went over the ones that I have the 2 units on. I didn't post all those plays just because, and I'm not usually going to post all my plays on Twitter just because of the fact that I'm limited on space and I can't post every single game. It's just impossible. So, I just take a few that I like and I post them. And I have a couple parlays out there. And I parlayed the Pistons with the under in Penn State, the under in Virginia, but obviously that Virginia game got canceled. So, who knows with that parlay. But I also had the under in the Drake Wofford game on there. Hofstra first half. So I had a 5-team parlay. Down to a 14 now. We'll see if that hits. And, what I do is I take my card and I'll take go through my card, and I'll play like 2 or 3, 4 or 5 team parlays just to I don't know, make it a really good night. If I'm, in case teams that don't do what they're supposed to do, and kind of saves me from losing my ass. Let's put it that way. So that's where I'm at there. I appreciate you all coming in. And tomorrow we have, let me see how many games we have on a slate tomorrow. We've got a pretty good slate tomorrow. And I'd love to be able to do a show, but I do have a Genius Bar appointment at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully I can be back here by 3 to do the show. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably schedule it for 3:30, and we'll go from there. So, but I hate having to run into the door and turn my laptop on and do a show, because I can't. I end up not prepared like I am right now. I like to have the banners going across the screen. Like I like to see them, so you guys see the lines, the current lines and so forth. But always keep an eye out. Follow me on Twitter, and definitely follow the Who-Bangin Sports Talk channel on YouTube. We got great content coming up on Wednesday with Boss and the Sauce. Wham did a show earlier. He'll probably do a show tomorrow from what he was saying. So, you're going to get your NBA. You're going to get your college football. Big Boss is out of the hospital. See him in the chat. I'm loving that, man. So hopefully we get him on the screen here soon, and we can chop up some games, because I'm not a big West Coast guy. I did play one West Coast game today. I took Hampton, catching, I think it was 12 first half against UCLA. So let me double check that. 12 and a half first half against UCLA. So we'll see how that goes. That's 2 different styles of play going on there. So, and it's East versus West. So obviously, I'm I don't know. I think Hampton can hang with them for the first half at least, and actually for the full game at the 20 and a half, to be honest with you. But I like that 12 and a half number better than 20 and a half. I don't want to give UCLA a chance to start running away with them, and then you never know. Like, some of these college teams are down by 15 and think they're going to start fouling with 2 minutes left. It's like, really, dude, why? So, all right, fellas, I appreciate you all being here. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Please comment. I don't care if it's a comment like, "Tease, you suck," or "Man, where'd you learn how to cap? Oh, bro, you're so bad. I fade you and I make money." I don't care if it's bad comments, good comments, whatever, man. I learn from them. The Who-Bangin Sports Talk channel learns from the comments. So please put a comment in there and let us know what you think, and let us know that you like the content. Not just me, but Wham and Boss and the Sauce, and Dom Ricci with his videos. I mean, we got a lot of good OG betters going on here, man. Guys that have been around and make can make a living off of this game. So, keep an eye out. Let's do this. Once again, I appreciate everybody being here. Please do me a favor, bet responsibly. And until next time, I will see you. When will I see you? Probably tomorrow. So keep an eye out on my Twitter, and I'll post it when I schedule it. And I always post my lines as soon as they come out. I get them. I run to the casino and I get them in and I post them. So you guys follow me. You'll get the best lines. Once again, I appreciate y'all, and I'm out. See ya.